Aloha. My name is Leo Hira. I was in the military decades ago, and this shirt is the last physical item I wear to keep me active and in touch with one, somewhat trivial, although important to me, aspect of that military experience. However, that does not mean that my military experience does not continue to influence my behavior. It is for that reason I am here to inform, educate, and promote my film Warrior Begins. It is a video short that I wrote, directed, and produced with two excellent actors meant to inspire youngsters considering becoming warriors through military careers. The basis for inspiration in Warrior Begins lies in an exposition of legendary Marine Corps General Chesty Puller's leadership principles, which continue to inspire today's young men and women, not just in the Marine Corps, but across the military services. However, what I subsequently have come to realize is that Warrior Begins serves an additional purpose. You see, the vast majority of today's working population have no military experience, yet often work with, work for, or supervise military veterans. If you are one of that population's audience, you can benefit from Warrior Begins because it explores what the military imprints on veterans. For Marines, that is Semper Fi. Why is this important? Well, a veteran's military service influences and will continue to influence their world, professional, and job perspectives, and to a degree, guide their behavior in civil society and the workforce. Warrior Begins surfaces what, in my opinion, inspired an overwhelming majority of military veterans, including me, at one time or another, to be warriors. Civilians need to be cognizant of that drive, that it does not mean winner take all, because a successful warrior has to be a team player. Additionally, in recent decades, many veterans were warriors. Some still are as reservists, having served and fought in the Middle East, Afghanistan, and other military actions across the globe. And even though employers and employees are not engaged in military campaigns, competition in business today is a fierce battle for survival, requiring many of the same skills, motivation, and applying leadership principles as those required in combat. Although our aspiring Marine in Warrior Begins pursues becoming an officer, Chesty's first order principle towards successful leadership demanded that leaders bond and learn from those working for them. That fundamental principle is as relevant in all professions, if not more so today, than they were during his service days. I believe that understanding what military experience imprints on veterans will facilitate building a business and professional relationship between civilians and veterans that leverage for the positive what for veterans changed their lives. I am confident that Warrior Begins serves this objective in a useful and productive manner.
Aloha and welcome to Warrior Begins, which is a video produced by Leo Video Productions to motivate and inspire those who want to become leaders, while also serving as a documentary about legendary Marine Corps General Chesty Puller's leadership principles. We have two characters in our story. One is Chesty Puller, while the second is a young man who, inspired by Chesty, is aching to enlist in the Marine Corps. Photos of Marines, both from past and present, engaged in what they do, the sacrifices they make, and the conditions they face, serve as reality checks on our character's presentation. We begin by observing our young man as a 17-year-old, talking to himself about his motivation to become a Marine Corps officer, what he feels he needs to do to achieve his goals, and his role model, Chesty Puller. Next, we observe him in his sleep while he encounters Chesty filling his head with leadership principles. And then we accompany our young Marine, share in part of his struggle to become a warrior, observe what he does to overcome his fears, and witness his progress in achieving his dream. Of course, Chesty gets in the last word. Throughout, we utilize images and training videos produced by Marines and other government sources in the public domain. Although Warrior Begins is produced with a military theme, we believe many of the principles also apply to leaders in all professions. So please join us on our young warrior aspirant's journey. Be inspired by Chesty Puller, the most decorated Marine in our nation's history. Sincere and heartfelt thanks to Aaron Anthony Harper and to Marcelo Palacios for offering their talent to this production and bringing our characters so vividly to life.
Marine!
So, I invite you to order your copy of Warrior Begins. Mahalo and aloha.